we kill that over there?
Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 2, the Enhanced Edition, The Shadows of Arm. And when last we left off, we're trapped in the planar sphere, much like these three knights from another world are. We opened this door, the planar travel was initiated, and we're not in Athkatla anymore. If we go over to this map, it might, and it has actually updated, and it doesn't look too friendly out there. But maybe appearances are deceiving? Within the ripples in the magical pool, you see a distorted, demonic valley. A place such as this could only be home to the most foul of beasts, which means that it's pretty much appeared within the abyss. I'm not looking forward to the prospect of fighting foes in the abyss, but I'm also not looking forward to the prospect of taking care of a bunch of halflings that try to eat people, or fish people that walk on land. We're going to have to deal with the halflings though, because here they are. Well, there were 3 of them, there's now only 2, and now there's only 1. I like the fact that we can deal with these foes quite capably just using melee. It's not going to be like that all the way through here, I'm sure. We need Edwin close to hand, and we need to very cautiously move forward, because who knows how many halfling warriors are going to be here. The answer is a group of 4 of them. Well, time to fireball them, I think. Right here? Perfect. They are much weaker now, and they want the others to slay his attacker. That's not really going to happen. What's going to happen is we're going to attack you and deal with you. There we go. Even Edwin is deciding to swing that staff. And we're done. I don't like the fact that these foes hit quite hard. If these are the cannon fodder of the halflings here, we're in some bother. We're in some serious bother. Let's step forward and see any loot here. No loot here. A bloodied halfling sits chewing on a human leg bone still partially covered by dirty leather armor. It looks up, smiles, and says, "More to feast." Oh dear. That tells me that there's somebody over there that we really do not want to get on the bad side of. So, let's do a bit of buffing, shall we? And by a bit of buffing, I mean a lot of buffing. We'll get that. We'll also get, I think this is good for you. I'm a little concerned about what we're going to face here. I'm very concerned as to what we're going to face here, and I'm going to save. Because if there's any encounter that could go wrong here, it's this one. Also, a good time to use Enrage, because there are some spells that can be resisted by Enrage. Let's move forward and see just what we're up against. The answer is, let's pause. We have Mogadish, a halfling warrior, Kiadi, Togan, and N2. Alright, step 1, we are going to try a Chain Lightning here. That is a good spell that will not put our party in any danger. I think an attack here, an attack here, an attack here. You definitely want to start shooting this person, and I think a skeleton warrior to distract my foes is a good plan. Oh, that's a lot of spellcasting. That's a lot of spellcasting indeed, but we're at least being able to deal with N2 quite well. That is a little bit concerning that Kiadi is a spellcaster, and by the looks of it, a pretty fearsome one. A Pierce Magic might help here, or a Remove Magic rather. You should just focus on dealing with Kiadi here, because you're doing a pretty good job against Mogadish and these halfling warriors. And, oh, that's our ally there, and that's not good, because I think you are not going to be doing anything right now. That's kind of terrible. That's 1 foe dealt with at least. And you are invisible, and you are gone. Good. We have a halfling warrior, we have a halfling warrior, and we have Mogadish there. Let's deal with Mogadish next, shall we? I think a magic missile is good. And I think you... Flame Strike might be nice, but also an Aerial Servant. Aerial Servant is going to be really useful. Ah, you have now been confused. The only fighter that we have right now is you. You're still going quite well here. So let's be very careful about dealing with... Oh, you're dealing a lot of damage to Mogadishu there, but he's not falling. Also, a few people are taking quite a bit of damage, but that's to be expected. That's definitely to be expected. I think I want you to keep shooting here. And Dawn has been mazed. Well, that's something that I was not expecting, and I'm very worried about that, because maze is a terrifyingly powerful spell. Okay, what can we do here? Another Chain Lightning seems good. We'll give that a go. And you're, oh, let's see, that's there. We have the Aerial Servant in there. I thought a spell had faded, but no, you're still not active. We really, oh, we're dealing damage to you. That is important. That is really important. The Aerial Servant is taking damage from the flame effect there. I also don't like the fact that you're just going to really take harm pretty quickly. But this does interrupt your spell casting, and that's what I'm happy about. Okay, we need you to do some healing of Korgan. Quite fast. Oh, and I think we've won! Ha-ha! Marvelous. Overwhelming the extremely powerful spellcaster was the key, and the Berserk state has ended. That's fine. We just need to hope that Dawn will come back at some point. Dawn's back! Good! He found his way out of the... Uh-oh! I was about to say something bad's happened there, but no, he found his way out of the maze. As for you, you are currently just stuck. That will eventually fade, I'm sure. We have some goodies to look at here, and they look pretty decent. You can grab this and that, some more coal, and a little bit of gold. Nothing else here that I can see, so let's get these things identified. The Hands of Takok. Gauntlets of Ogre Power! Oh, we found something good here. The Hands of Takok are exactly that, his very hands. He lost them when he attacked a strange man crossing the spine of the world. The mysterious man turned out to be a mage of incredible power, and he used Takok's hands to create this pair of ogre skin gauntlets. The one who uses these has strength 18/00, which means that we don't need this anymore. Unfortunately, we can't currently access Terry's inventory because of the fact that she is not currently able to move. This is Ripper +2. This composite longbow was one of many made by a half-elven craftsman whose name has been lost to history. At one time there were several hundred in use, a favourite of scouts who patrolled the Anorok Desert. But many have been lost or destroyed. Only a few are still known to exist, and they see little use due to the tremendous strength they require. It's a pretty decent bow. Very decent. Yes. We really need to have Terry back in action. So what we're going to do is we're going to see if free movement deals with... Oh no, wait. Terry's back now. Marvellous. Put this in here because we have a different item for Viconia to use. The reason why I gave her a point of flail / Morningstar is so that she can use the Flail of the Ages and can now finally use this sling again. She has a fine weapon indeed, and I think after that fight we're going to save because, my, that was tricky. Let's rest. Everything has been unsummoned. And we're back to exploring here. I'm expecting more halflings. Or maybe there are no halflings here. Nope, no more halflings. We've dealt with all of them. That's encouraging, and also slightly worrying, because that means a new threat is here waiting for us. Oh, look! spiders. Sword spiders and ettercaps. Now imagine dealing with that really high level wizard when you are low level, because you can come here pretty much right away. Imagine dealing with a wizard that can use maze on you. And I imagine if that wizard has maze, there are other nasty spells, like, say, disintegrate. Disintegrate would be something I really don't want to face. Also, here is a, is this the place with the golem? You're too far away to use that. Let's have a look. This appears to be a control panel relating to the creation of an iron golem. A partially completed golem stands lifeless in the tube above the panel. The golem is missing an arm and a head. Can we put the arm in? The golem arm that you have brought has been attached to the monster. We're partway there. We have a golem building book and various darts. Let's have a look at the darts. Let's have a look at the golem building book. Finally, I have created a guardian golem especially suited for the challenging task of cleansing my sphere of planar creatures. It is exceedingly efficient in combat, having just recently destroyed a score of dretch and chasm demons. Though it was damaged in the encounter, these notes will serve as a reminder to me on the proper method of constructing the golem should it be destroyed, which is handy because we need to fix it. Note to self, avoid engaging other planar creatures. The exercise is quite difficult and better left to the golem. A standard golem requires 2 legs, 2 arms, and a head. Be wary that some denizen of the sphere does not steal any of my spare golem pieces. It would be frustrating to have to actually track down the pieces myself. The most difficult task comes after the pieces are assembled in the workroom. To activate the golem, you must... Unfortunately, the pages past this point are burned, and their words can no longer be deciphered. If I were to guess, I think we have to, put some coal somewhere, because that book has been burnt. Also, bullets +2, darts of stunning, darts of wounding. Are we ever going to use any of them? Probably not. Now, we need to have a look around. Ooh, is that something that I can... no, but there is this door here that I can have a look at. How big is this place? This place is pretty large. Let's keep going north, I suppose. And find another room. Probably full of even more peril. Who's surprised that peril's gonna be here? Not I, because peril. Let's open this door. Oh, more halfling warriors and a wizard. Let's back up, shall we? Wasn't anticipating another wizard. So I think another haste is in order here. Really quickly as well. Fortunately, haste is a quick spell to cast. So we'll dispatch you. We could also get Kikoskia to fight now because Kikoskia has 18/00 strength, which is pretty impressive. So we know that there is a foe in there, and we're going to save because we can, and then we're going to step through here and see about dealing with this foe. Well, we have Necrete here, a halfling warrior, and Tybala. Tybala is likely a very dangerous wizard, so let's deal with Tybala first. And we'll have Korgan deal with... Actually, we'll have Korgan use Berserk here. And we'll have you poison your weapon, because the poison is a good way of interrupting spellcasters. Going to have you do that, and then I think we'll have a Chain Lightning. Might as well start using the more dangerous spells here, because we might need to. Now, I think... Oh! You have been petrified. You have been turned to stone. A good thing we have a spell just to, or scroll rather, just to deal with that. And I believe you have had a spell cast on you. You're not that badly hurt. To be fair, we're not actually focusing that many attacks on you. Let's actually have a spell cast here. And that's the end of the wizard, and that's the end of you. You had a dagger. And that's pretty much it. Just a dagger. We can't really get it identified by Edwin, so we'll identify it. The Stiletto of Demarchus +2. Most who take up the trade of murder for hire do so for reasons other than personal pleasure, but not so for Lady Demarche. She took special pleasure in the torture of her targets, which is why she made this dagger. With but one touch of its polished blade, an opponent was rendered immobile, incapable of so much as screaming, yet the victim could watch and feel all that happened to them. While her opponent was thus held, the lady would slowly bleed them, sometimes taking several hours before allowing her subject to succumb to the final agony of death. The lady finally fell victim to her own evil, disarmed by a rival and struck down by her own stiletto. Her fate was soon sealed. Combat abilities: 20% chance per hit that a target must save versus death or be held for 2 rounds. That's pretty nasty. That's very nasty, in fact. Are you the one with the... No, I'm actually pretty sure it's Edwin that has the scroll of stone to flesh. There's an emerald in there. There really shouldn't be an emerald in there. Perhaps a free movement will deal with your confusion. It probably won't. It didn't. We're just going to have to wait, aren't we? Now, there are things in... Ah, this is where we're going to have to use the coal, isn't it? This is where we're going to have to use the coal. Now, I believe Hexat has reverted back to a gaseous form, but is she actually going to rejoin the party? Let's have a look. Has she become a petrified gaseous form? This is an interesting thing, but this could very well be what has happened. If we put this on our taskbar here and try and use it on you, will this work? The answer is no. I think something curious has happened here, and that Hexat is permanently stuck in a gaseous form after being petrified. This is something that I can't really deal with, so I think we're going to load up here and instead move forward and deal with this again. But this time, dealing with it in a way that allows us to not have the one person who turns to a gaseous form when defeated to be petrified. So we're going to have you attack here. We'll have you attack here as well. In fact, we're just going to focus pretty much everything on attacking the wizard. The wizard needs to fall. If the wizard does not fall, we're in some bother. To be fair, we're already in some bother, because these people can petrify us. It was a matter of time before something like that was going to happen, though. You are here. You know what? I'm actually going to have you go quite a way back. Also, you're currently attacking my wizard. Can you not attack my wizard? I'd rather you didn't. Ah, you require assistance. Well, no assistance for you. You are dead. And you are going to be dead soon too, because your stone skin faded. This went much better. Or did it? Because you are still active. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. Oh no. Please don't kill Edwin. Edwin is the one holding all the scrolls, and I'd rather you didn't. We can deal with this situation a lot better than we can deal with our vampire being petrified. Will a free movement deal with this? Yes, free movement will deal with that. Good. So we can just get you to identify this, and then this might actually be something that you might want to use. Considering the fact that we don't really use that often. It is a slightly higher enhancement, though. But either way, we are done with here, and I think all of these are where we use the coal. But we're not going to be using the coal right now, because we don't have the head of the golem. That was curious with the gaseous form there. I'm glad that it actually happened, because that tells me something about how it's coded. Not that fantastically. Well, we just triggered a trap, didn't we? I was about to say, well, we should move forward and go and actually detect traps. Too late there. We got hit by a vent of steam. Are there any more traps here that I have to worry about? No? Good. And so, when we come back, folks, we need to make sure that we find that golem head, and hopefully that we don't find any more halflings. We have explored a fair amount of this place, though there is the whole middle area and this door up here that we need to explore. And there's outside. We might want to explore outside at some point. We'll probably do that before we assemble the golem. Or maybe we want to actually just assemble the golem. No, it's probably a better idea to assemble the golem as soon as we can. That golem might be very useful indeed. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, for when we come back, continuing to explore the planar sphere. Hopefully these people here have the ability to create food and water. They probably do. That's why they've been able to stay here for so long. It is very cozy in that room. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.